In this episode of coverage of the 2021 Muscle Car Challenge, we check out the Street Kings Shootout. The argument of what makes a streetcar is never ending. Rules are different all over the country, let alone all over the world, so the argument will never be won or finished. So, events need some rules to stipulate what makes a streetcar. Our Street Kings Shootout is simple. It is for the cars that drive to the event. We met up at Yass service station and cruised to Cootamundra, which takes a little over an hour, although many drove the whole way from Sydney.
My name is Emirali Izzet. I am the driver of Hasta, the V8 Commodore. This was a standard LS bottom end. I blew it, so we've got a 406 cast iron block on the bottom. Diamond pistons, Callie's rods. It's running a standard ECU out of a LS. I've got the Haltech IQ7 dash, running flex fuel with E85. On its current stage on E85, it's running at 727 horse at the wheels, on a hub dyno. So it's mini tub, to the rails, 4-link. I did actually crack the panad rod on the way in, and we had to go race to the welding shop to get it welded up before I could do any passes.
I'm Sam Saliba from Pro Logistics. We're a transport company that runs out of New South Wales, Vic, SA and Queensland. We specialise your favourite beverages, Lion Nathan's, CUB, Asahi and all the good stuff, I guess. Been in business for close to 26 years. I'm very happy to be part of the Muscle Car Challenge. Being a car enthusiast and being part of this Muscle Car Challenge in our blood, I guess. We bleed blue, not red. The whole family's into it. The whole family's here enjoying it, and it's a good family event and something different than going to your normal drag strip, and it's a challenge to drive here, so it's worth it, and it's a good time. The reason we love coming here, and we've been here a couple of times, and part of this, it's something new. It's a challenge racing here. We've been now to Cootamundra events, I think it's the 4th time now, and I'll be coming for the next friggin' 50 or 60 of them, because I've got 3 young boys that all want to race here. The Cosworth has been a close thing that I've loved all my life. We've got 2 of them. This one, if you remember, it came last time with the 05 livery all over it. I've taken everything off, made it a bit more street look. Love driving this thing. It's a little bit of a powerhouse. Unfortunately, I don't get to get into second gear very often. You don't like it. It's been a track car. Real fun car to drive. Zippy and comes on power like crazy, but I just need to take off in first and second at the moment, but it's all good. Mustang I bought brand new. I got it all upgraded by Tickford. Brakes, suspension, blower. Tough car to drive. It is my daily. Goes to Melbourne maybe once a month with me. Tough car to drive around. Real fun to drive, like for a Mustang. And he doesn't visit crowds, this Mustang. He goes straight, guys. So, no, it's fun to drive. Everyone has a ball in it. And, So my kids and my wife are driving it this weekend, and they're having an absolute blast.
Time for the Street Kings Shootout now. This is exclusively only for the cars that drove to Cootamundra. Our first pairing, George in the FPV Falcon up against Benny Neal in the Toyota Cresta, Barra power under the hood. Benny's into stage, but George is out of there early. He has red lit well before it went green. So Benny Neal can just cruise on through now and get himself a nice easy win in the first round. Will he run it out the back door though? That is the big question. He has been gunning to try and get deeper into the 9s all weekend. It's only a 10.5 on this one though.
Mate, unfortunately that one was over before it began. Old mate thought it was going to be chase as a race and leave on literally the staging bulbs. So I kind of use it as a bit of a test pass. It looks like we should be all right, but the track's definitely going to get better the more runs that get down it, so we'll keep rolling on down.
Next pairing, two Mustangs head-to-head. Gabriel Celebra up against Ben. Both supercharged Mustangs as well, so pretty hard to get the power down. Even start from both drivers. Gabriel's got better traction out of the hole, probably due to the fact that Ben's got more power. But can he use that power in the top end? That is the big question. It looks like he was gaining, but it's not enough. Gabriel will take the win, 12.94 to a 12.83. But look at the difference in mile an hour. If you have a look at the replay here, although they left pretty much at the same time, Gabriel just had better traction. Ben struggling to put it down in the first half of the track. Looks like he's going to come home strong.
First time racing, it was the best. It's been great. Thank you.
Our next pairing, Emma Riley in the VL Commodore, blown. The LSA V8 under the hood up against Paul in the Falcon. Both into stage now. Light goes green. Pretty even reaction time from both drivers. But Emma Riley getting out in front already. Car has pretty good traction, but he's dialed that thing in with some good practice and now sails home in the top end for the win. He goes through the finish line with a 12.94, 107. Looks like Paul got out of it there. 14.7 at 93. Let's have a look at the replay now. Both in stage, and you can see pretty even on the launch. But the Falcon going up into a bit of wheel spin. Looks like he got out of it a bit early, and Emma Riley sails through for the win in the VL Commodore.
Through it.
I smashed him. Yeah, come off good. Bit slipped on the line a bit, but yeah, I've got to get that down. Otherwise, you can't win if you're spinning, huh?
Great matchup now. Glenn Matthews in the JZ-powered Celica up against Louis in the Barra-powered Falcon. Both creeping into stage up against the converter. Who's going to go into stage first? Glenn's into stage first, but it looks like Louis rocked back out of stage after the light started coming down, causing a red light on the tree, and he's going to hand the win straight over to the Celica. What's he going to run across the finish line? 10.79, but Louis' time not counted. Let's have a look at the replay, and it looks like his car's rocked in and just rocked back out of stage after the lights come down, and that has set off the red light, handing over an easy win to Matthews.
It was a bit of a disappointing run, to be honest. Like, I saw the tree get red lit on the other side, which is not the kind of race you want to have. You want that door-on-door action. He was clearly, like, right behind me, so it was only the false start. We would have been very close, so it is disappointing.
Into the next round, Gabriel Saliba in the Mustang up against Benny Neal in the Barra-powered Toyota Cresta. Pretty impressive watching Benny drive to Cootamundra with the trailer on the back, just like drag week. All right, coming into stage. They're both in now, lights go down. Pretty decent reaction time from both drivers. I know Benny is taking it easy to manage wheel spin and power, but once he gets to about half track, he is on it. That is an low 8 second car at the track. Can he get that 9 at Cootamundra? That is the question. No, it's a 10.29 at 148 to the 12.9 of Gabriel's Mustang. Check out the replay now from a different angle. Gabriel, great reaction time in the Mustang, but Benny Neal just managing that torque very well with the Haltech ECU, and in the top end, obviously got a lot more grunt to pull away in that Barra-powered Toyota Cresta.
I launched him first by accident. I meant to launch in second.
And you got
well, I guess I know what to do for the shootout.
Yep.
You.
Easy win, no win. What happened?
I was actually a little bit nervous because I've never bumped in on the tarmac before. Because I was like, legitimately, if I don't bump in, he's going to get me. Because if I go on green before it's stalled up, it's going to take forever. And if I don't get enough boost, he'll just gap me until 3/4 track, but it'll be all over by then. So I was like, I've got to bump in and look like a bit of a flog with my street car and bumping in. But no, it's fun. It's what it's all about. So everyone's taking it in good faith and we're all having fun.
Glenn Matthews and the Celica now up against Emma Riley in the LSA-powered VL Commodore. Pretty evenly matched cars in terms of performance. Both guys have been driving pretty well. The big question is what will happen now. Emma Riley's in stage already. Glenn creeping up on the auto, bringing it into stage. Here we go. Lights go down. And it's a red light from Matthews. He has jumped the gun out of there too early, thrown a red, and that means that Emma Riley can sail through for an easy win in that LSA-powered Commodore. Glenn's across the line first, but red lit, and it's all over for him in the Street Kings shootout.
He chopped me, but he red lit. They're calling me already. Gotta love Cootamundra. This is the best. You gotta come out, man. You gotta come out. Yeah, unlike some other cars, I drove all the way from Sydney. But coming into the country roads, the mount for the panhead rod that goes onto my forelink snapped. So I was coming into town just rattling, and also a fuel leak in my fuel cell in the back boot. So we thrashed on it all morning from 6 o'clock. Went to the local welding shop. They welded it up, fixed the leak, plugged it up. Out here again. Let's do it.
Finals time, and the best part is both of these guys drove all the way from Sydney to Cootamundra. Emirali in the VO Commodore, Benny Neal in the Toyota Cresta. We've got LSA power versus Barra power. Let's get them both into stage. You can hear Benny coming up against the converter. Lights go down. Good reaction time from both drivers. Pretty even. No major advantage there, but Benny Neal just managing that power just that little bit better, using the torque management in the Haltech. And once he starts to get a gap and puts his foot down, that extra power means he just pulls away 10-1, 148, getting very close to that 9-second pass he so desperately wants at Cootamundra. You'll have to watch the other video coverage to see if he does it on day 2, but let's get a look at the replay. Took off together. Even at about 100-foot mark, it was pretty even, but in the deep end, that extra power from that Barra just able to pull away. Over 1,000 horsepower from that Empire-built Barra under the hood of the Cresta.
Well, if there was a hard luck award, you'd probably get it, but in a way, you had hard luck, then good luck, right?
Yeah, because you did red lit, that's why. Yeah, but no, it was good. It was fun.
You went all the way to the finals here, our Street Kings Shootout runner-up, and like I said, it was great. You're legit. Actually, the 2 cars in the finals both drove the whole way, not trailer part way to the meet point or anything, whole way.
Yeah, it's a street car. That's what it is. I drive it to the shops. I drive it everywhere. Yeah.
There's still more shootouts to go. You pumped? You're going to be in everything?
Yeah, bring it on. Bring it on. Yeah. I just want to say thanks to these guys, man, putting it on. It's awesome. Awesome. You guys have got to come out. It's loving it. It's the best.
Well done, mate. You drove well.
Thank you very much.
Awesome.
Mate.
All right, Benny, I know one of your big goals was to be the quickest car that drove here. Like, that was a big thing for you, right?
Yeah, we consistently do like drag challenge events and that sort of thing, so it's pretty high on the mantelpiece to try and uphold that with whatever we do. And I've managed to drive the car here thanks to Empire. They're combos that we've used time and time again here in America, running Queensland. We're going to be doing Victorian drag challenge this year as well, and yeah, time and time again they're just spotless. So yeah, massive thanks to Empire.
Well, the first tick for the weekend is off, mate. Congratulations. You are the Street Kings 2021 winner for Muscle Car Challenge and a PB as well on that last run with a 10-1.
Oh, spiffing. We're just getting faster and faster. So you're nearly at 150 mile an hour now. So funnily enough, I've started to take off in first. The first one was by accident, and I'm like, screw it, I'll give it a go. So,
and now you're quicker.
Yeah, every pass the car's getting faster. So it's hopefully going to pay off for Runway Outlaws tonight.
It's pretty hard to go quick here, right? Like, you can watch and watch and watch what other people have done, but until you do it, and you've got to be very systematic with slowly turning it up, right?
Yeah, 100%. I've actually worked with you at these events a lot from a staff point of view, watching all this stuff go down, and I came into this thing totally ignorant, going, I'm gonna run like 950 off the trailer because the car's gone 8-1 at the track, and you kind of do the maths and go, 1.5 seconds is a lot of time, but I don't think it's unreasonable. And then, yeah, first pass he was a 13. And I'm just like, oh, well, that plan didn't work. So I've actually had Matty, who's normally here crewing with me, and my crew chief, he's had to work today. He works at Haltech, and he's actually been remote assisting me today. So massive thanks to Haltech for allowing Matty to help me today, and thanks to Matty himself for his ongoing support.
Do you know that you're the 457th person to tell me they're going to do a certain time off the trailer and then find out it's slightly more difficult?
I'd believe that.
So I wasn't surprised. I think I did say, I don't know if they'll be the first pass, but,
In saying that, I'm pretty happy with the 10-1. Like, we're definitely edging in, and I was actually a little bit hesitant to do this shootout right before the Runway Outlaws, but I think it's actually going to give me a little bit of an edge in that I've just done 4 passes down the strip, and all these guys have been sitting there with, well, they're going to have cold cars, but I think after 1 or 2 hits, if we're going to run that in a back-to-back sort of shootout deal, it's going to be hot lapping. So I think what I've just done is going to actually prepare me better for the next part of the event.
I heard that tomorrow you may run in True Street and then put on Street R's or Pro Radials and go in Pro Street. So you might do all 4 shootouts.
I'm actually going to... What's going to depend on that is how much tyre is left on that, because I drove here on them. And I kind of want to drive home on something that's not a pro radial. So the tyre is actually going to tell me what's going on. So I'm literally going to go down to the pits now, change to the Pro Radial, because just quietly, fastest car here on it, and it's on a Street SS. So shout out to Miscellaneous Tyre Company for that. But no, having heaps of fun, man, and I'm disappointed it's taken me this long to actually race at this event. So yeah, thanks to you guys for the event itself, and yeah, it's cool being on the other side of it for once.
We are contractually obligated to mention Spares Box.
Shout out to Spares Box.
Right there.
My people, our people.
Ours. Well done, mate. Well done.
you.
That's pretty good.